Did you see it, by the way, or?
I did not, but I do like Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard is a comedian who I've seen in concert. I have actually seen him at the Hollywood Bowl. He is an unapologetic cross-dresser.
Transvestite.
Yes, transvestite. He just does that. He's always been like it. He owns it. His comedy, he talks about history and all this. He's a history buff. And I've always liked his comedy. I don't know where he is lately, but this is a dramatic role for him. What is it, Alan? Tell us about this.
Okay, so this is it's coming to Shudder. It's from Hammer Pictures, so it's a Hammer horror type thing. Movie is about a young man named Rob, played by Scott Chambers. He is recently out of prison. He has lost his daughter. The daughter is in kind of foster care. His girlfriend, the mother, is kind of a little bit cray-cray. And so Rob is out of prison. He's staying with his brother, looking for a job, but it's hard to find a job when you're a week out. But an opportunity comes up to work for Dr. Jekyll, played by Eddie Izzard. Dr. Nina Jekyll, by the way. So it's a twist because Dr. Jekyll's a woman in this movie. And so he goes to work for her. There's his boss is played by Lindsay Duncan, who's this kind of hard-nosed, by-the-book person. And all Rob has to do is do simple tasks around the mansion. He's going to live there. And the first one is to check out, make sure that all the surveillance cameras work. He goes throughout there. He gets halfway done and then has a delightful conversation with Dr. Jekyll. And basically says, hey, why don't you just shut off all the cameras, And he basically, they form this kind of bond where Dr. Jekyll kind of puts Rob into kind of mischievous situations. Turn off the cameras, go out, buy me some cereal, much to the dismay of his boss, who ultimately fires Rob, but then, because he likes him so much, because she likes him so much, Dr. Jekyll decides to keep him on board. But at night, strange things happen. He hears a lot of screaming. Find out that, this is where we kind of enter the Dr. Jekyll, Ms. Hyde storyline here. And that's kind of where this movie goes in that direction. There's a mystery. What's up with Dr. Jekyll? And can Rob figure out a way to get out of that situation or solve the problem? Look, I'll say this. One is, it goes very hard into the fact that Eddie Izzard is playing a woman in this. Dr. Jekyll.
So wait a second. To be clear, Eddie Izzard is playing a woman or a transvestite?
He's playing a woman. In fact, there's a flashback where you see Dr. Jekyll as a teen and is very much a teen girl. So right away, you're kind of wrestling around with politics, with identity politics.
Yeah.
And that kind of pervades throughout the whole film because, it's never brought up. The issue is never brought up, but it's on many occasions it's made clear that Eddie Izzard is playing a woman, that Nina Jekyll is a woman and not a man, or not a trans woman.
Right.
So look, this has been Eddie Izzard's MO. I watched many of his concert films. I'm used to.
You're a fan?
I'm used to the transvestite aspect, the trans aspect of it, but here he's playing full-on woman.
So are you a fan of his comedy?
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. Yeah, I've seen three of his concerts and I enjoyed them.
Sorry.
Yeah, he is very fashionable. I'll refrain from the other comment. Let's see. So here's the thing. Most of the horror kind of appears off camera. Is kind of implied. This movie, I want this movie to be scary. I want this movie to make me feel scared because I hate horror. I was not scared in the slightest at this movie.
Here's the big question.
Yeah.
Can Eddie Izzard act? Now, movies have a history of comedians who have transitioned so to speak, to real actors. Robin Williams, Tom Hanks. I mean, there are many comedians who have become not just good, but great actors. Is this one of those performances?
Yeah. Okay. Eddie Izzard is Eddie Izzard in this movie.
Oh,
meaning,
really? Oh,
meaning the voice is Eddie Izzard. The tone. I mean, quite frankly, you know, if he decided to play it as a man, now I'm gonna get canceled. If he decided to play it as a man, it probably would have been the exact same performance.
Why would you get canceled for saying that? You're critiquing his acting.
Well, again, because J.K. Rowling gets canceled for that stuff, and boy, I wish I had J.K.'s money.
I think, Alan, by the way, we are beyond getting canceled.
I know.
I think, you know what? How people feel about us? Apathy. They don't care.
Yeah.
Red Letter Media cares more about us than us getting canceled by whoever. I think they just come to accept, hey, we speak our minds. We don't care. We'll review Daily Wire movies and documentaries. We'll review movies on all ends of the spectrum. And we are common sense when it comes to reviews. And we don't like something just because you're supposed to like it. That's not what we do.
But I'm not going to D23. Can I have my John Campea moment for a moment? Or was it Christian Harloff? Is that the one? You know, okay. So look, it's I think we're different in the sense that it's not that big a deal to us. You know, whether he wanted to play it as a woman or as whatever, fine. But if you're going to make these choices, we have to say, did that choice play out?
Precisely.
Did it work?
Is it a good film worth seeing? No. Did you have an experience? Did the movie set an expectation and fulfill the expectation? Did it?
No, because this movie should be scary. This movie should be scary, and it's not. And it has nothing to do with, you know, whether he's Nina or, you know, whether he's a man or a woman in this. It has nothing to do with that. It's not a scary movie. It plays out like, you know, like a very BBC type movie. It's more about, you know, talking, being in situations, being in odd situations. You know, it tries to be scary, but it's just not scary. Again, everything's off screen. You know, I wanted much more of a thriller to this, and this is not anywhere near a thriller. And I can't recommend this. And just the fact that, you know, the choice is made for Eddie Izzard to play the role as a woman. You know, the only reason I would say it works is because I want to stay woke and I want to be, you know, join the club. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, he's Eddie Izzard. She's Eddie Izzard. He's Eddie Izzard. They're Eddie Izzard. It's just the fact that, you know, you watch this movie and you're just, you know, wrestling with all this stuff. It becomes infuriating. It's just tell a damn story.
Do you recommend Dr. Jekyll?
No.